Angry Joe, and I'm with Zaffa, the lead animator for Batman Arkham Knight. So, Rocksteady, back in the Batman saddle there, back in business. The guys who know what they're doing with Batman. You know, I wish this guy would get a little love from you.
It's got the wrong T-shirt on.
I got the right T-shirt. Mr. Batman showing up in Superman's movie now, crashing his party. I wanted a legit sequel to Superman. Anyway, you guys, no, seriously, put in that idea in at the office. We're like, listen, Superman, we're the only ones that can do this. We'll do him justice. I'll send you my ideas later.
I'm looking forward to that.
So let's talk about Batman. He's getting a lot of love. Obviously, he's looking a lot upgraded. He's got some sort of iron. He's going Iron Man. He's got robotic breasts. And tell me about his new suit.
So the new suit has been designed by Rocksteady because of the force that he's facing. He's got Arkham Knight, which you guys would have seen, military force coming to toe-to-toe with Batman. Obviously, he needs to step it up a gear and play it up. That also syncs in with the car, right? Obviously, Batmobile is in the game. Everyone's been waiting forward to seeing how that works.
Yes, we have not played with the Batmobile. Well, we're talking old school games, yeah, but not in this way. You know,
not in the Arkhamverse. Not in the Arkhamverse. And everyone knows what the Arkhamverse is about. They know how Arkham City plays, how Arkham Asylum plays. But we wanted to introduce the car into that element, right? So the car is a big factor. It's a new character. You've got pursuit mode, battle mode. Batman's armor obviously matches the car matches Batman. It's beautiful. It's like a marriage waiting to happen.
So the car's always following around Batman. Can you call the car at any time? And it seems like I've played. I've got the hands on. I will say right away, really, really nice.
Right?
It looks next gen. It was really nice, very detailed. You guys always were really good with the detail, but now even next gen, you got more fidelity. You got the lighting going on. It looks great. It looks great. But I noticed everywhere I went, I could just boom call the Batmobile, and it comes straight away. And has that been a conscious design choice that you're always keeping the Batmobile around Batman? Like, I was solving puzzles with the Batmobile. That, you know, I was on foot as Batman, and I was doing a remote control solving puzzles with the car. So is it just following you the whole game?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, unless you're in a place where it cannot access, but pretty much it's always just like your shadow, essentially, right? I mean, Batman needs to utilize the Batmobile in many different factions throughout the game. So like you say, there are puzzles where you have to like be in the car, or sometimes you're outside the car. You're somewhere else completely different, but you need the car to do something so you can open up this hatch or whatever it is and get to that area. So gameplay decisions have been made. It's been very tough introducing the car into this kind of storyline. But we've been working on it for like the good half or 2.5 years now, and we've come to a point where we're really proud of it. It's really, really solid.
So let's talk a bit about the animations. Were impressive. Combat animations has always been cool. Batman looks like one of the best close combat fighters of all time, right? And it was Rocksteady who sort of perfected, we'll say, this combat system that a lot of other games since has started to copy very poorly. Like, I won't name names, but have you guys improved on that combat system? Are we getting, copy-paste combat from, your previous Batman titles? How have you added to the combat system?
We didn't want the players to kind of pick up the game and go, hang on a minute, I've played this before. Like, there's the element of free flow. Obviously, that's always going to be there. That's like our core pillar and foundation. Like, we just built on that. So we've got new enemies. You're seeing people charging at Batman, people grabbing Batman. I mean, who wants to grab Batman? You're gonna get kicked in, right?
Fucked up.
So we've introduced a lot of new mechanics in that way. Lots more new characters in combat, which we haven't shown so far, which are coming pretty soon. So just hold on to that. But yeah, we just wanted to
make you change your tactics.
I'm
wondering if there's any new features to combat. One that I saw was you can interact with the Batmobile. Like, Batman was punching some dude, knocked him up, and then the Batmobile finished off the dude.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a nice way to
that.
bring in the Batmobile into the fight as well. Like, you can jump out of the car in a very effective, seamless way, straight into combat. And while you're there, like you say, you can kind of utilize the Batmobile, like you punch the guy into the air. Right suppressor takes him out. There's lots of those little cheeky little elements that we're just waiting to happen.
A lot of fans want to know if we're going to be seeing any of the old school Batman villains. We're talking ventriloquist, the little scare, I'm drawing a blank. The gangster little, you know what I mean? The ventriloquist. Come on, Scarface. From the Batman animated series. Are we going to be seeing some old school villains showing up in the game?
I mean, the whole...
there?
Ventriloquist. All right. Well, we've got the whole Rogues Gallery like right there, waiting to take out the bats because it's the finale. This is it. This is the conclusion. We're coming to an end.
Oh, this is it.
This is it, man.
Okay.
This is it. So we've got Joker out of the equation in the last game. Spoiler alert: if you haven't played it, if you haven't, what are you doing? Get on with it, play it.
Right.
But we killed him off. So now Scarecrow is stepping into his shoes.
Yeah, Scarecrow is he the main villain? Because he's looking really awesome. I like the redesign on Scarecrow. That was
looking amazing.
Cool.
Like the character.
Is he the main villain then? And the Arkham Knight works for Scarecrow?
That's right, you've got the right link there. So those guys, they got two similar objectives. They want to kill Batman, but in a very different fashion. Like Scarecrow wants to kind of bring fear to everybody and like show that to Batman. And then you got Arkham Knight who just wants to outright just kill him. He just wants to take him out. He's got his military force behind him. So one's psychological, one's a fist fight. You know what I mean? And they're coming together and they're bringing all the other people together, like Harley Quinn, Riddler, Two-Face, Penguin. Again, a whole host of new
and old
characters.
Right, is it old?
Which we can't say too much about right now, but they are coming and we'll release them.
Characters that y'all may not have done before.
Maybe.
Okay, we're making good progress. Maybe. Who is the Arkham Knight? Obviously, you're not going to
Arkham Knight, obviously, he's Arkham Knight. I mean, he's a guy that's just like waiting to take out Batman, and people.
Batman is the greatest detective of all time, so we are going to figure out who the Arkham Knight is by the end of the game.
Maybe he's just the guy that wants to kill him. How about that?
Okay, but it'd be more exciting if it was somebody we knew. It's like, it's Joker is who it is.
Well, the thing is, Arkham Knight was a great, like, for us, it was nice to be able to design a character from the ground up, like, and introduce that into the Arkhamverse. Like, for us, that's an honor to do that because it's always like bringing characters that exist and like, here you go, here's Joker, here you go, here's, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So it's, for us, it's an honor to be able to create a character. Yeah. And he looks awesome. You've seen him, right? I mean, he's like all kitted out, he's armored. He's trying to reflect Batman. He's trying to be like, I'm going to take you out, man. I'm taking your crown. So
there are other comic book characters that have sort of done that in the past. So we'll see if they're related, maybe brothers. I don't know. But so you mentioned I was really happy to see Kevin Conroy. We got voice of Batman. Are you familiar with any of the other voice actors? Anybody else return to voice like say Harley?
So Harley, we got Tara Strong,
of course.
back in the game.
Awesome.
We have Troy Baker as Two-Face. We got Nolan North as Penguin. Who else can we talk about? I believe that's all we can talk about for now. But there's many more voice talent coming.
And you know, some of the Batman games previously have had multiplayer elements. Are we going to get some modes in Arkham Knight?
We haven't actually announced any other plans apart from the single player awesomeness that's coming.
Right, you're focusing on single player, correct?
Single player with the addition of the car. Let's not forget the car, because that's like almost a second character in itself. Do you know what I mean? So those are the two elements that we're gelling.
So no multiplayer then?
We're not announcing anything.
Okay. And how substantial do you think the playthrough will be? This is not a short Batman story or anything like that, right?
I mean, this game is 5 times bigger than Arkham City was in terms of ground level.
That's
so cool. That's 20 times bigger than Arkham Asylum, and that's huge, right? So there's a lot of gameplay there. There's the main quest, obviously taking out Scarecrow and Arkham Knight. But then we've got all the side missions, all the other characters that we're not talking about right now that you can kind of venture into, dip in and out of kind of detective work. What's going on there? What's happening there? Chase that guy down. And you've got the car to go between each of those elements. So
and detective work has always been one of my favorite things. Have you guys added on to the detective work? Are we still getting those nice little juicy puzzles in
Oh yeah, I mean, Batman's the world's greatest detective. We all know that, right? So that is a fundamental key part of his MO.
Or so he says. You see, Superman could just read all them detective books in about half a second and be good to go.
It's about experience and time.
Oh, here that comes.
Maturity.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Superman is much smarter than Batman. Okay, anyway. Well, I'm going to argue with you all day long. Thank you so much for talking to me a little bit about Batman. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Be the Batman.
Be the Batman. And then you guys make a Superman game after that. Please, tell WB. Somebody tell WB. All right, bye, guys.
Cool.
You are the product of everything you fear. Violence, darkness, helplessness. All that remains is for you to watch as I drag your beloved Gotham into oblivion.